welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so I hope you did a few fun things while you were gone, and I did too. I started my board, and what I'm going to do today is talk about reflection. Now, reflection in real life is like when you look in the mirror, you get a reflection of yourself. Sometimes people like to take pictures where there's a house that's right in front of a lake and you see the house reflected in the lake. It looks so real, like there's one on the top and one on the bottom. That happens. I'll see if I can find a picture of one to go ahead and show you in a program, in my teaching video a little bit later. All right, so you all know what a mirror is. You all know what your reflection looks like. They're stunning, we know that. But in math, we talk about reflection as across the x-axis or over the x-axis or across the y-axis. Okay, so let me remind you, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to reflect a point across the x-axis. Now you can reflect points and you can reflect shapes. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to reflect a point. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make my point 1, 2, 3, and up 2, across 3 and up 2. So my point is across 3 and up 2. Okay? Don't forget that first term is across, that's the x, and y is the second term. Now, here's what's funny. I think I'm going to have to move this because I want to reflect this across the x-axis. So let's put my point right here, and hopefully you can see that on the camera. All right, so I'm going to reflect this across the x-axis. Okay, so take a second to go ahead, pause the video, and then come back to me. I'm not going to pause mine. I'm going to keep teaching, but you are going to pause the video, and then you're going to draw what I have on the board. Just go ahead and stop it, and then when you pick back up, I'll be right here again, all right? Yeah, I see you following directions, Brianna. Come on, guys. Yeah, you got to do it. Yes, I want you to write it in your notebooks, maybe. But it's an option, okay? It's not a requirement during the online, okay? If you don't really want to do it and you just want to watch it, and I know Alex is going, yes, I don't have to write it if I don't want to. But come on, you guys know it's easier to learn it if you write it in your notebooks. All right, so now I'm going to reflect this across the x-axis. Here's how I do it. I count how many steps it takes to get to the x-axis, okay? And what I see is in order to get to the x-axis, it's 2, all right? So however many steps it took to get to the x-axis, I'm going to do that same amount. Keep going, okay? Yes, I know it's moving into negative territory. Yes, I know it's moving into quadrant 4, but that's how we do it. Okay, so my new point reflected, it's still going to be 3 on the x, but it's going to be a negative 2 on the y. Okay, that's reflected across the x-axis. Now, let's reflect across the y-axis. All right, so I'm reflecting across the y-axis. All right, let's use a purple one here. Now, let's do it on the negative side, and we're going to do negative 4, okay? And we're going to do, let's put in negative 4 up here. All right, so we're going to have our point be negative 4 on the x and negative 2 on the y. All right, so we start at negative 4, and we're going to go down 2. 1, 2, there's my point right there. All right, and then let's erase it so you can see it. Now we're going to reflect this across the y-axis. So watch what I'm going to do. So now what I'm going to do is I have to move it 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to get to the y. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to get to the y. Now you're going to take that same number of steps, those 4 steps, and keep going in a straight line. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's see what point that would be. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's list our x target first. Our x is 4, and our y is a -2. Now, yeah, I see your hand is up. Yeah, Jaden, your hand is up. Devin, yours is up. Justin, I see your hand up. Nicholas, yeah. Okay, there are too many people with their hands up for me to call all your names, all right? What am I supposed to call 100 people's names? Come on. I wouldn't be able to do these videos. My voice would hurt. Okay. Carter's got the trick too, I'll bet. All right, Carter. What are you telling me? Oh, you saw the trick. Okay, so when you want to reflect something, a point across the x-axis, it's kind of like backwards day, isn't it, Carter? You're right, you saw it. When you moved this way and you went from positive to negative, okay, you went from positive to negative, all you did was take the y-coordinate and do the opposite and leave the x the same. To reflect across the x-axis, that's all you have to do. You don't have to plot it if you don't feel like it unless I ask you to. Now, if I'm reflecting across the y-axis, I'm going to take the x point and make it the opposite, and these two are going to stay the same. So look at that for a second, guys. Just look at that for a second. Okay, digest it a little bit. All right. Stop the video here, you guys, because you guys want to be able to write this down maybe in your notebooks if you feel like it. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going. We're going to do a little bit more with reflection, but now we're going to do it with a whole bunch of points. Okay, you're going to love this. You look so smart when you do this. Oh my gosh, I'll bet your little brothers and sisters don't know how to do this, and you're going to be like, well, can you reflect points across the x-axis? And they're going to be like, of course I can, but you know they can't, because that's only you, because you're 6th graders and you're brilliant. So these points I'm going to reflect over the x-axis. Okay, and I'm going to write a couple of points down. 1, 3, 2, 4, 7, 9, butterscotch Snickers. Wait, that I was just checking to see if you were listening. You can't reflect butterscotch and Snickers. Okay. Let's see. I can reflect, how about 3 and 2? All right. So what I want you to do is, I want you to watch me do the first 2, and then you're going to do the next 2. So if it's over the x-axis, remember the point that's going to change is y. So I'm going to leave the 1 the same, I'm going to leave the 2 the same, I'm going to leave the 7 the same, and then you're going to do that last one all by yourself. So now, I'm going to, and you can't see it, but Nook's sitting up here on the stool because he's learning too. He likes reflecting across the x-axis. It's one of his favorite things to do. So then we're going to take the 3 and do the opposite. Okay, we're going to do the opposite. Now, on this one, we're going to take this, and what do you think it should be? Yep, you're right. That's a -4. All right. I want you to try this one, and I want you to try this one by yourself. Okay, I'm going to put on some thinking music so you guys can do it. All right, let's go to some thinking music. Here you go. And you're going to think about it, and then I'll put the answers up for you. You don't need to pause or anything. You're just working on it while you're listening to the music. Remember, classical music is the best music to help you learn math, and it actually can raise your scores. Studies have been done at major universities, so you got to listen to this stuff, guys. Yeah, Casey, I see you're done already. Give me a second, darling. Man, you guys are fast. Jason, good. You got this? Good, good. Christian, you got it? Come on, I know you do. You got this. Remember, You can do the same or the opposite. Come on, you guys got this. All right, so I'm going to put my answers in, and you're going to see if they match yours. The opposite, same, and opposite. You got it, very nice. Now it doesn't matter whether it's positive or negative, you just do the opposite. And now we're going to reflect some points over the y-axis. Now I've got a really cool presentation for you guys to practice this, and it's going to be one of your assignments next week, so you're going to enjoy you're going to enjoy watching that. Okay, so over the y-axis, let's go ahead and reflect -2, -1, and we're going to reflect 3, 4. We're going to reflect -5, 1, and we're going to reflect, Nook lost interest. -2, -6. All right. Nick got bored. He likes reflection and plotting points, but he's not too thrilled about this one. All right, so don't forget, over the y-axis, remember what our trick is. You're going to look at this, find the opposite one. So instead of the opposite of the x one, it's going to be the opposite of the y one rather, is going to be the x one, and you're going to do the opposite of it. So leave your y the same, leave your y the same, leave your y the same, and leave your y the same. Now this is also going to be on your checkpoint quiz next Tuesday. So if you have a question about it, remember have that question ready to go, and I can go over it at your Zoom meeting on Monday if you need me to. Okay? All right. So this is going to have to be the opposite, so we're going to make that a 2. Okay, what do you think that 3 is going to become? You got it? -3. You're ahead of me. You're already starting to look at this one. I love that. Okay, take your time. Take your time. You got this. What's the opposite of -5? Yep, it's a +5. Okay. Kaylin, I see you're working on this. I love it. You're working hard. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. Alex, good job. Nice job, buddy. Okay, so the opposite of that -2 is going to be a, yep. It's okay if you go ahead and just say it out loud. I love that. Okay, you don't have to raise your hand. We're doing it here. All right, so that's your lesson for reflecting points over the x-axis. And I'm going to go ahead and stop my video there. And then I'm going to go ahead and teach polygons and reflecting polygons in the coordinate plane for my next one. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.